Second type of delay I want to talk about is self-delay. Now, these are delays that you cause for yourself. Tell your neighbor, this one is on you. This is you. You have control over this. This is self-delay. This is either due to procrastination, laziness, or the flesh. You know you need to finish up on something, but you push it forward. Self-delays come up from things that you can control, things that you know better. There's a huge scar on my right leg. This is where I got 7 stitches from a bicycle accident. I had the stitch. I remember going into the clinic that time. The nurse stitched me up, and she gave me instructions. Now, this is what you need to do to make sure you heal in time. And I, of course, being the loving, compassionate, submissive, kind little kid that I was, I did the exact opposite to what the nurse told me to do. So what should have healed in a couple of weeks took months and left a nice big scar, all because I did not follow the instructions of what the nurse wanted me to do so this thing would heal properly. I had full control of that. This was self-delay. Moses sent 12 spies into the promised land, and 10 came back with a negative report, full of fear and unbelief, despite what God had promised to them. They had control. This was self-delay. It's what came out of their mouth and what they allowed to fester into their hearts. Okay? Let's go over to the book of Numbers 13. I'm going to pick up where the spies had just gotten back from checking out the promised land. Numbers 13, verse 30. It says, Then Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, Let us go up and take possession, for we are well able to overcome it. Caleb and Joshua, they were full of faith. They said, you know what? This is nothing. The God who is for us is greater than whatever it is that comes against us. But verse 31 says, the men who had gone up with him were not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they gave the children of Israel a bad report of the land, which they had spied out, saying, the land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants, the descendants of Anak come from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight. So instead of going straight into the promised land, they now had to wander around the desert for 40 years. They were delayed 40 years for a journey that took less than 2 weeks. Let's go to Deuteronomy 1, the next, after this, the next chapter over there. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 2, it says, it is 11 days journey from Horeb, 11 days journey from Horeb, by way of Mount Seir to Kadesh Barnea. Now it came to pass in the 40th year, not just the 40th year, but in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spoke to the children of Israel according to all the Lord had given him, and he as commandments to them. So watch out for negative people. I don't know if you ever have come across people who always, the glass is half empty versus the glass is half full. Stay away from those half empty people. They have a problem for every solution. God has given you something that says, hey, listen, this is what I want you to have. You might get a raise at work, a promotion. Oh, well, you're going to be paying more in taxes, You might be blessed with a new vehicle. Oh, your insurance is going to go up. My God who supplies all my need is able to supply for an insurance or a tax bill, whatever it is. Stop looking at the myopic sense and look at something that is greater, what God has for you. Yeah, causes of self-delay. I pray God will deliver us from all those negative people, those people who bring all kinds of delay.